So about 35 years ago, I was fishing on the Arkansas River in Colorado, and some local people told me to be careful about eating fish that came from the river anywhere near Leadville. So can you guess why you shouldn't eat fish caught downstream of a town called Leadville? So about 20 years ago, I was fishing in Michigan, and when I got my license, they also gave me a guide to consuming the fish you took out of the rivers there. And it was something like this: the larger the fish was, the less you should eat of it. Grown men could eat more of the fish. Children and pregnant women should eat less of the fish. And this was because industrial pollutions like PCBs, dioxins, mercury accumulated in the fish. About 15 years ago, I started sailing a small sailboat on Creve Coeur Lake. And I immediately noticed that all around that lake there are all these no swimming signs, so I sort of investigated this because sometimes my boat would tip over and I'd be in that lake. So one problem with Creve Coeur Lake is the E. coli from waterfowl, but the main concern is this insecticide called chlordane that was used heavily in the 70s. It was used for a lot of people's houses to kill termites, and this is all kind of flowed down and is in the mud of Creve Coeur Lake. Also fertilizers, oil and road runoff, and lawn chemicals are now in the lake, so it's not safe to be in that lake. So you often hear people say things like, you know, I just like to go out and get into nature. But the truth is, if you're a human being, you're never not in nature, right? So we are not separate from nature. We are actually a part of nature. We are nature. We are the environment. And so every breath we take, everything we eat and drink is a reminder of that we're completely connected to this creation. And so when we pollute the environment, we always end up polluting our own bodies as well. You cannot throw things away. There is no away on this earth. We are all connected to it. So the book of Genesis in this reading Mary read for us makes this absolutely clear, that we are not separate from the earth. So you may have noticed in that reading that the ground or the earth or the soil is mentioned 4 times. So in Hebrew, the word for ground is Adamah. And in Hebrew, the word for Adam is Adam. Adamah, Adam. And they share the same root that maybe is associated with red or ruddy, and it's referring to like clay-like soil. So the point is that Adam, the first human being, is made of Adamah, the earth, the soil, the ground. So the first human is literally made from the earth. So out of that very same ground, God then makes plants, the trees that are beautiful and the trees that feed us. So not only are we made of the earth, we're fed by the earth, and of course we all know this, that we end up going back to the earth. So there's never a time when we are not completely connected to this earth. So when we protect and care for the environment, we protect and care for ourselves, we protect and care for our loved ones and everything we love. And there is no way to pollute this environment we are a part of without polluting ourselves. So this earth, this environment, all of nature is a garden provided for our well-being. It's a garden that gives us life. And why would we ever be careless with a gift like that? Why?